So hello guys, let's today practice perform test before and test after. Let's know the difference between perform test before and test after. So generally what happens is whenever we run a perform loop, generally we write perform until a variable is equal to some value or it is greater than something or less than something. Then by default it goes inside. First of all, it checks the loop, and if the loop is not true, if it is false, then it will go inside this and will perform the loop. Okay. Now, the meaning of that is keep on performing this loop unless and until this value is equal to this. Now, today we will see the difference between perform with test before and test after. So first, I will see what a test before mean. So I have taken a variable I, picture clause 9 of 1, value is 1. So perform test before until I equal to 1, display IBM mainframe. I have displayed the value of I also. So test before is, first of all, this loop is checked. If it is false, then only it goes inside it. It performs everything, whatever is written. Then again, it checks the loop. If it is still false, it will again go. If it is true, it will come out of the loop. That is test before. The logic, the loop will be, the condition will be checked before going to inside this loop. That is test before. Okay. But since here the value of I is initial value of I is 1 and I have written until I equal to 1. That means keep on performing this loop unless and until I is equal to 1. So since it is equal to 1, it should not go inside this loop and this display should not come. So let's see how it works. The name of the program I have kept as test after. Don't get confused with that. Here it is same. So I'll go to spool and I will check if there is any display. So there is no sysout. If there would have been any display statement, there would have been a sysout. But since there is no sysout, there is no display. That means it has not gone inside the loop only. Okay, that is test before. Since the condition is true, this loop is not performed. Now I will check with perform after. Perform with test after is before checking the loop. For the first time, it will go inside, it will perform whatever is written, then it will go and then it will check the loop, whether the loop is true or false. Then if it is false, it will again go. If it is true, it will not go. So, but by default with test after, the loop will be performed at least once. So I'll save it. I will again compile this program. I will execute it. Now, if I go to spool, see, sysout is generated and one display has come. So this is the difference between perform test before, perform with test after. In test before, the condition is checked first. If it is false, it goes inside. If it is true, it does not go inside. And perform with test after is the condition is checked later. By default, for the first time, it will go inside this loop and perform the loop. Next time only it will check. Now, if I give it I equal to 2 and I give add plus 1 to I. Let's see what happens. And I give here before. So compile it. Then execute it. One display is there. Okay. There is one display. That is because the initial value of I is 1. Okay. So first time it is checking if I is equal to 2. So the condition is becoming 1 is equal to 2, which is a false condition. It will go inside it. It will display this. Then it is adding 1 to I. Immediately the value of I is becoming 2. The next time when it checks the condition, I is already equal to 2. So 2 is equal to 2 is a true condition. So it is not going to go inside it again. Okay. So that is how it will work. Now same thing if I do it perform after. Okay. Here also there is only one display. How? Because the first time it is not checking the condition only. It is going inside, it is displaying. After displaying, it is adding 1 to 1, 1 to I. The initial value of I is already 1. So currently the current value of I is becoming 2. So the next time, for the first time when it checks the condition, I is already 2. So 2 is becoming 2, 2 is becoming equal to 2. So it is a true condition, it is not going inside. So in this kind, when I have changed the value of I, you can see the result of test before and test after are same. Similarly, when you do I greater than equal to 5, I greater than equal to 3, the result in some cases it will be same only. But when there is a static value, okay, when I the initial value of I is 1 or 2 and you are checking, you are performing for that value only, that time you can see the difference. Because I perform it test before, will check the condition first, it will go inside. If it is false, it will not go inside. If it is true, so in the previous condition when I was 1, it did not go inside because the condition was true already. But in case of test after, it went inside, it displayed, then only it checked the value of I, and when it became equal to Y, it did not go inside again. So for with test after there was one display, with test before there was no display. So this kind of scenarios, this kind of things you may have in your real time. So you have to think and use which one you should do. In some cases you should always do the iteration at least once for the loop. At least once you have to do the iteration, that time you have to use perform test after. In some cases you should just go with the normal flow, that time you can use perform before. Now if you don't write anything, if you just write perform until, what does it mean? So by default it means with test before. So the default value of this is with test before. If you don't write anything after perform, the default value is with test before. That means the loop will be, condition will be checked first, then only if it is false it will go inside, if it is true it is not going to go inside. Okay, so hope this helps. You can use these conditions or concepts in your project whenever necessary. Whenever there is a requirement, you can take reference from this and you can use it. So I will come up with some more videos. Please suggest me on which topics you want me to make videos on. So I will take those topics and I will make videos. I have already seen some people have asked me to make videos on impact analysis, and some other topics also I have noted down. I am going to make videos on them, and also please keep on suggesting me on which topics you want me to make videos on, so I'll do it. Thank you so much. Keep studying till then. Bye.